brain cells linked to protection against dementia identified. People with an abundance of specific neurons are likely to escape decline in brain activity despite having signs of Alzheimer's in their brains. Which are they? Hi friends, Neurobiologist H. Mathys at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine in Pennsylvania and neuroscientist Tsai and computer scientist Kellis of MIT Cambridge and their colleagues identified two types of brain cells linked to reduced risk of dementia in older people. The result is published in Cell of 28 September 2023. This will lead to new ways to protect their cells from degeneration before they die. Alzheimer's disease builds up sticky amyloid proteins in the brain as plaques that slowly kill neurons and destroy memory and cognitive ability. But works of Dr. H. Mathys and neuroscientist Tsai and computer scientist M. Kellis of MIT Cambridge and their colleagues found that not everyone who develops cognitive impairment in life has amyloid clumps in their brain, and not everyone with amyloid accumulation develop Alzheimer's. They studied tissue samples from 427 brains of dead participants. Some of them had dementia typical of advanced Alzheimer's disease, and some had mild cognitive impairment, and the rest had no signs of impairment. Dr. Mathys' team isolated cells from participants' prefrontal cortex, the region involved in higher brain function, and created an atlas of brain showing where the different cell types occur. They identified two key cell types that had specific genetic markers, one with active genes coding for renin, a protein associated with brain disorders like schizophrenia, and the other coded genes for somatostatin, a hormone that regulates various functions throughout the body. The study found that participants with greater levels of cognitive impairment and relatively low numbers of those cells. Those with no cognitive impairment at all had high numbers of those cells, even if they had large amounts of amyloid in their brains, which typically denote Alzheimer's. This suggests that those cell types protect the brain against the disease symptoms. Most Alzheimer's research had earlier focused on excitatory neurons that transmit electrical signals to activate other neurons. But Dr. Mathys' team found out that the cells with renin or somatostatin were inhibitory neurons that halted neural communications. Those inhibitory cells with a previously unknown role in the types of cognitive function were lost during Alzheimer's. Most efforts to develop Alzheimer's treatments have focused on ways to attack amyloid plaques. Dr. Mathys' study identified ways to protect vulnerable brain cells, says Dr. Lee Greenberg, neurobiologist at the University of California. The loss of inhibitory cells potentially explain why people with Alzheimer's are prone to seizures that result from too much neuronal firing, says Dr. Gerald Chon, a neuroscientist at California. The study analysis revealed that inhibitory neurons, and in particular two distinct subgroups associated with high cognitive function, renin or somatostatin, are more abundant in prefrontal cortex of individuals with high cognitive resilience to AD pathology. Thank you very much. I am Edwin Williams, EJW Science Research. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.